and there can be no hierarchy in this. If there is injustice in one place and injustice in the other, a balance must be reached in condemning both.
Senator van Turnhout.
Very much, Cahirlock. Firstly, obviously I too have been deeply saddened by the tragic loss of life in Galway, and I suppose would urge us all a little bit of caution, and I've listened to several speakers, I think in particular Senator Burke most recently. I think we just need to be careful about our role. I think we need to see the inquiry reports, and we need to ensure that there is due process. And so I'm just, it's a very sensitive time for many people. But I would ask that the government urgently publish the expert group report. And I would add to the call, my understanding is that Ireland needs to report back anyway by the end of the month. So I think the sooner that report is put into the public domain, the better for us all. Rather than speculating and having this discussion based on speculation, let's have an informed and calm debate. The difficulty on this issue is the minute you speak on it, people want to put you at one end of the spectrum or the other end of the spectrum. And I would urge us all to try and have an informed debate. Obviously we have passionate views. Let's have those views, but let's see the expert group report. I would like to ask the leader. I, along with some of my colleagues from the independent group, have put down a motion on the order paper today on point 13 on the value of youth work. And I'd ask the leader if we could seek government time to debate this motion, and I certainly would ask my colleagues here in the Senate to add their names to this motion, which I'll circulate to you. This report will be launched later today, but it very much demonstrates the economic value of youth work. And if any of you had the pleasure, like myself yesterday, of attending a very impressive showcase of youth arts in the Mansion House that was held by the National Youth Council of Ireland, young people there from film, youth theatre, orchestra, really impressive young people. It was an inspirational lunchtime for me. For me, the value of youth work is often understated, what is happening in our communities up and down the country. So we've put together this motion, and I hope that we could have a good debate in the Senate about the important value that youth work plays. Thank you.
Senator Morden.
Thank you, Clearly. I would just like to raise an issue that was highlighted on prime time earlier this week on cases and incidents and the lack of screening that's provided in the country in detecting TB. As we know, TB in the 1950s was responsible for hundreds of deaths, and